We're really, really pleased. We've used all local workmen.
Earlier in the programme, in the Devon village of Chillington, local farmer Colin and his wife Carol paid $220,000 for this dilapidated stone barn set in 1 1/3 acres. It had planning consent for conversion and extension. Their plan was to convert the barn and move in and make it home.
Colin's got responsibility for the overall project, but my involvement will be the interior design.
And do you have to rein him in a bit, or...?
I got all the ideas, and Carol says, well, I'm not sure about that, but we had a talk about it for about 20 minutes, and then we decided I was right. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's how we work.
Well, it's now 14 months later. The original desolate barn has been converted into a magnificent country house. As you move around the property, the first glimpses of the extension appear, but the full impact isn't apparent until you reach the back, where the stunning oak extension is clearly visible. Inside, on the ground floor, a beautiful living room enjoys wonderful views across the countryside. There's oak everywhere, and the build quality is faultless. In the original barn where the cattle once stood, the conversion has been equally impressive. An exquisite open-plan kitchen diner has been built. There's beautiful slate flooring and oak beams.
Well, the kitchen is much larger than we initially anticipated because it was originally 2 separate rooms. But what we've done is we've taken down a wall which went from the other side of the door across the room, recycled all the stone and stone walling externally, and had a hand-painted kitchen. The only thing that we would add is just an island here in the centre so that we've just got a little bit more worktop top and we can actually speak to our friends, family, and you're here working with them while they sit in the dining area over there.
Upstairs in the original barn there are now 2 bedrooms, one at each end. Plus a shared bathroom. Everywhere there are oak timbers and wooden floors. As you step into the new extension, you find the huge master bedroom.
To comply with building regs, we actually had to bring the landing through into the bedroom and have to have some form of steps down into the bedroom. But I think it's turned out to be a really nice, unique feature of the room now, and so I'm really, really pleased with it. There's a nice big area here for the bedroom. We don't need a lot of furniture because through there we've got a dressing room, and then we've got our own bathroom, shower room and ensuite to the side as well.
Before any building work could start, the surrounding land had to be prepared, so Colin roped in the family.
Me and my son-in-law, we started doing the roadway and everything else and clearing the fields. My brother, Philip, he came in and out with foundations, and then the chippies came in and started to put the roofs on.
We're really, really pleased. We've used all local workmen and we've used the different skills. We're not builders ourselves. Colin, my husband, he's managed the whole project.
The oak timbers were sourced from Europe, but a local mill about 5 miles away cut the timber and it was assembled on site.
I just can't believe what we've actually done here, you know, thanks to all the men, really. But when it comes to the workmanship, they're in a league of their own.
Apart from the house, a separate garage has also been built, blending perfectly with the former barn. Originally, they didn't plan to use oak in every room, but having decided to make it a feature, what effect did it have on their budget of $120,000?
It cost around $165,000 in the end, and that's with all the legal fees, the architect fees, all the fees included.
Well, an overspend, but on this project you can clearly see where the money's gone, and I think they made the right decision. Do they still intend to make this their home?
Plan is that we'll move in ourselves within the next month. There's just a few more jobs that we'd like to finish.
Time to see what two local property experts think of the barn conversion, with its superb extension and lovely views.
I'm very, very impressed actually. They've used a lot of very nice materials here in terms of the light oak. They've created a very light feel. I particularly like the rounded reveals on the render actually. It's really good attention to detail.
Personally, I like a house that flows from zones rather than there's doors you've got to keep opening in hallways. And here you've got the kitchen and the breakfast dining area, and then it just flows into the living room where, well, I don't think I'd even bother turning the telly on, I just want to look out the windows.
The land, I think, is a big bonus actually, bearing in mind that the main accommodation looks out onto the land. I think it's a great amenity.
There's an obvious level of quality of work and materials, but when you look at the little stuff, they've really thought about this and they've done just an amazing job.
What's the value of the property now? Remember, Colin and Carol paid 220 grand at the auction and have spent 165,000 on it, making a grand total of £385,000.
If we had to put this up for sale, I would be talking about an asking price of £575,000.
Blending the house and its grounds and its land is worth over £500,000. I'd probably ask £595,000 and then negotiate hard to get as close as I could to that.
Wow, that valuation range could give Carol and Colin a staggering pre-tax profit of somewhere around the £200,000 mark. Is that what they were hoping for?
It's roughly what I would have thought it would have been. I didn't expect it to be any less than that.
No. I think after a couple of years of growth in the gardens, it would be worth all of that.
Would they contemplate taking the profit? Or after all their hard work, is this property just too nice to leave?
No, we're not tempted to sell. We're going to make this our home. We feel it's unique and it'd be difficult to get another barn to convert with the land surrounding it.
I wouldn't change anything about it at all. It would be done exactly as it's done if I had to do it again.
I'm in the Lancashire town of Accrington now, on the western edge of the